we still have, and I say this as a progressive, if you will, or to the left side of the Democratic Party, a huge unfulfilled agenda. And we're already seeing now the jockeying for power in this new Congress. If you will recall, we've talked about this a bunch of times. After 2018, Democrats had an incredible showing, the most successful off-year election in decades. If they didn't have the numbers that challenged their biggest win ever, it was only because of gerrymandering. Sheer votes, they had the biggest win they had had in off-year elections. Within days, we saw the moderates and conservatives in the Democratic Party attempt to build their power within, and the narrative within their within the media, within their caucus, by attacking Ilhan Omar. In fact, they so ham-fistedly did this that, and Nancy Pelosi engaged in this as well, it completely overshadowed their passing H.R. 1, which was their big ethics, anti-corruption, pro-voting. It was actually a very good bill. Nobody ever heard a thing about it because Pelosi, for whatever reason, decided to make this about attacking Ilhan Omar and undercutting the squad. And they right out of the gate, they tried to do this again, where you saw moderates come out early on and claim that the reason why the Democrats did so dismally down ballot, and they did do dismally down ballot, lost a couple of seats in the House, failed to pick up the Senate, still a chance to do so, but it shouldn't come down in this situation to two runoffs in Georgia. And maybe even more importantly, in state House races across the country, Democrats failed in every single state to change the course of redistricting that's going to take place. If anything, it went backwards. Arizona, Connecticut, they failed to get a supermajority to gain control of the redistricting. Arizona, there's an independent redistricting commission that's been in place since 2000, but the Supreme Court is primed to strike down independent commissions on redistricting. They say that the state legislature can't even decide to delegate that authority. In Georgia, Republicans maintain full control over redistricting. In Iowa, there's a nonpartisan agency has proposed maps to the Iowa legislature. But the Democrats failed to flip the state house to break GOP's full control. And this is the first time where Republicans will have full control at Iowa. So they may reject that nonpartisan redistricting map. In Kansas, Republicans maintain their supermajority, even though Democrats just needed one single state house seat to flip, to break the veto-proof majority. There's a Democratic governor there, but they have veto override power now. In Michigan, they have an independent redistricting commission, could get invalidated by the Supreme Court. They failed to retake Democrats there. We failed to take the state house. Even though it's possible we could get another situation in Michigan like we have in Wisconsin, where Democrats win more votes, but get less seats because of it. Remember, this is the dynamic that we have in Wisconsin. 54% of the votes in 2018 went to Democrats, but only 36% of the seats did. That is the problem with redistricting. It is completely, not only is it totally anti-democratic, it is debilitating in terms of political power, because that also impacts the congressional redistricting. In New Hampshire, Republicans regained their gerrymandered majorities. They have now full control over redistricting in New Hampshire. In New York, it remains to be seen if New York Democrats will have a supermajority, so they will be able to redistrict. In North Carolina, Republicans gained seats, and they are possibly set up to regain a supremacy on the North Carolina Supreme Court. Oregon, the Democrats failed to get a 2/3 majority. Texas, Virginia, the story is all the way. Virginia is one of the few places where Democrats are doing okay. And of course, they have an independent commission there. Democrats are faced with this failure down ballot, and there is finger pointing.